Hindi ako mapanatag na simula nung Lunes, ang ipinapakita natin ay para bang walang nangyari. Na para bang hindi nabastos ang ating institusyon, ang ating mga empleyado at ang mga Pilipino.
Parang walang nangyari. Yan po ang statement ng ating butihing Senadora Risa Hontiveros.
Siguro po para sa inyong mga wala dito. Pero para sa amin na nandito, napakaraming nangyari. Takot na takot po ako na kailangan ko na magpaalam sa mga anak ko. At yung staff ko, 2 pintuan ang pagitan ko sa putukan. Yung staff ko na si Claire, na 20 years na sa akin, nandun siya sa labas. She has a 12-year-old son. Kinuwento niya sa akin late na tumatakbo siya, hindi niya alam kung saan siya pupunta. Kaya para sabihin niyo na walang nangyari. Napakasakit para sa aming lahat na nandito.
Bakit kaya laging kinokontra ni Senador Pia Cayetano si Senador Risa Hontiveros? Balikan natin ang mga ilang pangyayari sa Senado kung saan nagkainitan nga at nagkasagutan sina Senator Hontiveros at Cayetano. At ibinibigay ko na sa inyo ang pagkakataong humusga, sino ba sa kanila ang tama, sino ba sa kanila ang mali.
Mr. President, I rise on a matter of personal and collective privilege. Mr. President, halos 1 linggo na matapos ang habulan at barilan, hindi ako mapanatag na simula nung Lunes, ang ipinapakita natin ay para bang walang nangyari. Na para bang hindi nabastos ang ating institusyon, ang ating mga empleyado at ang mga Pilipino. Hindi maliit na bagay ang nangyari dito. At lalong hindi dapat inaasa sa mga Facebook Live, press conferences at media interviews ang pagtatahi-tahi ng mga pangyayari. Ganito na ba talaga kababa ang inabot ng ating politika sa Pilipinas? Ito na ba tayo, Mr. President? Tuluyan na bang nilihis ng politika ang ating mga pamantayan sa pakikipagkapwa? The situation stooped so low that here, in and around these same august halls, may pwedeng magkasa ng barel sa harap ng mga sibilyan. Dear colleagues, kahit kailan, hindi yan nangyari sa Pilipinas. Kahit panahon ng kudeta, not even during the darkest days of martial law, did gunfire erupt within our halls. So, whether we stand in the minority or in the majority, the Senate as an institution has sustained a profound injury to its dignity, credibility, and moral authority before the Filipino people. And this frustrates me every day since Wednesday, including in the context of initial findings from the investigation conducted by the Department of Justice, the Department of the Interior and Local Government, and the Philippine National Police, beginning to reveal various points. Patuloy pa rin ang investigasyon, Mr. President, at dapat lang. But still, this needs to be said. Kapag may nagpaputok ng barel, right here in the people's house, kapag naghasik ka ng takot sa mga empleyado, sa media, sa security personnel, at sa mga sibilyan, kapag may na-trauma dahil sa karahasan at umuuwing nanginginig at hindi mapakali sa sariling bahay, lampas na ito sa isyu ng pamumulitika. Pambabastos na yan at pang-aabuso sa lahat-lahat ng ipinagkatiwala sa Senado bilang mga lingkod bayan. As we all know, democracy has always made room for disagreement. But, dear colleagues, hindi na ito political disagreement. Hindi na ito issue ng kampihan. What should trouble us is the manner by which this agreement is being settled, which reflects a broader national discourse that has become more coarse and unforgiving. When aggression is normalized and humiliation is treated as political currency. We cannot have a culture that proudly treats fellow Filipinos as enemies to be defeated, all in the name of clout. Yung mga pagbabanta, pambibintang, pananakit ng damdamin, hindi yan ang dapat ginagawang sukatan ng tapang. Kahit magkakatunggali sa politika, hindi tayo dapat ganyan sa isa't isa, lalo na dito sa Senado. Hindi ito tahanan ng ganyang kababang uri ng politika. Ngayon, higit sa kailanman, dapat manaig ang ating pagka-Pilipino. I refuse to believe na tayong mga Pilipino ay mga bulag na sumusunod sa sinumang politiko. I refuse to believe na wala nang natitirang malasakit, hiya o pagmamahal sa bayan. Kasi ang mga krisis, ang mga sakuna, hindi yan nagtatanong kung sinong kakampi mo sa politika. Lahat tayo tinatamaan at lahat tayo may responsibilidad. At tayo mismo, dito sa Senado, kaya nating magkasundo. In fact, all of the laws I myself have championed could not have passed without the support of those from across the political aisle. And I refuse to believe that this institution that has crafted laws for the most marginalized, that has conducted crucial investigations, that have moved the needle at various political junctures, is beyond repair or redemption. Let us remember, Mr. President, that we have a bicameral legislature with a Senate elected at large, precisely to have a body that can rise above parochial concerns and craft a vision for the entire nation. At kaya kong sabihin ng buong puso that this Senate has, at its best, shown that disagreement does not destroy our common duty. We have passed laws across party lines. That is why we cannot act as though nothing happened last week. Alam natin ang tama at mali. Alam natin kapag sumosobra na. And this is what our country needs from us now. For the Senate, in this difficult hour, to reflect the best of our people. May we prove worthy of the trust that our people have placed in us. Marami pong salamat sa inyo at sa lahat, Mr. President.
But I just want to make this quick statement. Parang walang nangyari. Yan po ang statement ng ating butihing Senadora Risa Hontiveros.
Siguro po para sa inyong mga wala dito. Pero para sa amin na nandito, napakaraming nangyari. Takot na takot po ako na kailangan ko na magpaalam sa mga anak ko. At yung staff ko, 2 pintuan ang pagitan ko sa putukan. Yung staff ko na si Claire, na 20 years na sa akin, nandun siya sa labas. She has a 12-year-old son. Kinuwento niya sa akin late na tumatakbo siya, hindi niya alam kung saan siya pupunta. Kaya para sabihin niyo na walang nangyari. Napakasakit para sa aming lahat na nandito. And as I said, 2 pintuan na nagpo-protect sa akin sa putukan. Pero yung media, yung Senate staff, yung hindi naman makauwi dahil sila ang security, sila ang elevator women and boys natin, nandoon po sila. So dear colleagues, napakarami nang nangyari. And one more thing, wala ho akong sinisisi. Pero nung pagkatapos ng lahat, pagtingin ko ng group natin, yung dating majority group, walang ni isa sa inyong nangamusta sa amin. Some of you I've known for 20 years, 10 years, and I didn't even hear any of you say, "Kumusta na kayo dyan?" Napakasakit na sa akin. Sobrang sakit. So yun lang ang masasabi ko. Yes, I am very ready to share my story, to ask questions. Pero kung wala ho kayo dito, huwag niyong questionin yung mga nangyari sa mga nandito. Dahil nandito kami, kasama ng staff namin, Senate staff. You have your own story, I respect that. But please respect my own story. Thank you, Mr. President.
Minority
Mr.
Leader.
President,
Maraming salamat, Mr. President. I empathize with the experiences and the feelings expressed by the gentlewoman from Taguig and Pateros. May I just repeat what I clearly stated at the context of na parang walang nangyari. I'm talking about ngayon, after those terrible events that caused fear and a lot of other negative emotions and experiences sa ating mga colleagues, sa ating mga Senate staff, sa security unit dito at sa Senate media. Yun po yung punto ko. And it is akin to one of the points raised by Senator Erwin earlier, before my privileged speech.
But let
So
me
just
assure
to
you
correct
that's not
that,
the
Mr.
case.
President.
In fact, I have to
Yes.
deal with the security of the Senate every day. I'm just not telling you everything that we have to deal with now to make sure that there's no bombs in the in the area, just like every day except this time, and also making sure that there's no miscommunication between the executive, legislative, judiciary, and the international community. That's precisely why we are waiting for the complete investigation, because there are matters that when are discussed in public will cause more alarm and confusion rather than clarity. But that doesn't mean na parang walang nangyari lang. I think that's the point where there will be strong answers, Senator Risa. But of course, you have your point of view, and we respect that.
Thank you, Mr. President. And lastly, just for the record, as I said earlier, I deeply respect the emotions of our distinguished colleague. It's evident that the violence that breached our halls has profoundly affected all of us. And I don't doubt, Mr. President, the leadership's personal distress over what transpired. However, when I stated that it feels now as though walang nangyari, I was not speaking about our personal feelings. I was speaking about our institutional posture.
Thank you for
Our
that.
grief as senators is valid, but our mandate requires action. Salamat po ng marami, Mr. President.
Thank you for that statement. And personally, I've stated this again and again. And I don't doubt the sincerity of President Marcos when he called to check if we are safe and to assure us that it wasn't an attack from the executive department. I don't doubt that. That's why we're waiting for the whole investigation.
To find out where will we get this amount to support naman these private hospitals. Otherwise, this is a disaster because ang mangyayari, pipila lang sila sa Malacanang, magmamakaawa sila na wag ipasa to. Sayang naman yung effort natin dahil we all have the same intention. Pagandahin yung health system natin.
Before we go on to the one more point of the gentle lady, Mr. President, definitely this is not going to turn out to be a disaster. The whole point of the bill, as the gentle lady herself has said, is to amend and update the original law. And that is why we are in the period of amendment, to further improve it.
Thank you, Mr. President. For the information of the body and to remind the sponsor, when we were in the period of interpellation, this representation agreed that we close the period of interpellation on the condition that we would be able to propound questions during the period of amendment to help us formulate the proper amendments and to also enlighten the body on the issues, because for the record, this bill amends the law that this representation sponsored 15 years ago. So I also congratulated the sponsor during my first amendment that the first time I made amendments, that it is high time that we review this. So I'm supportive of this, but I just need to be able to propound these clarificatory questions because I hope the body will engage with us, because I think it requires a whole of body approach in solving this issue. Because the next issue I'm going to take up might have a very big impact on the financial constraints of government. So if with her honor's permission, can I proceed?
Yes, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President, because earlier this morning, Her Honor put on record that no amendments were submitted. None may have been submitted, but our name is on the list to propound amendments. So thank you to the Majority Floor Leader who was gracious enough to allow us to still propose our amendments.
You're welcome, Mr. President. I made a
No,
record
I
earlier that
thank
there
the
were...
majority floor leader, not her honor, because her honor
Oh.
closed the period of amendments despite our name being there.
Well, Mr. President, just to reiterate, in this morning's session of the special session, I made of record that there were no more committee amendments and no other colleagues had submitted proposed individual amendments. And I said repeatedly more than once that if the body allows, that I would respectfully move to close the period of amendments. And that is also why, Mr. President, this afternoon, when the majority leader asked me on behalf of the gentlelady from Taguig and Pateros to reopen, I readily agreed. Because my interest, like any other member of the chamber, is to move our bills forward. And if this afternoon the gentlelady is desirous to present the amendments, then by all means, I gave way to the reconsideration, Mr.
Thank
President.
you. I'll just remind the body that the practice is usually staff to coordinate if there's a name on the list, because sometimes the person who made the reservation would waive their right, and that's quite common, or sometimes they would submit their amendments, or sometimes they would ask for a later time. So on that note, I'm ready to proceed.
At yan nga, napanood ninyo yung mga ilang pagkakataon kung saan nagkasagutan sina Senador Risa at Senador Pia. So, bahala na kayong humusga, mga kaibigan.